So, welcome to this week's episode. So, I often come when I'm visiting Nutan. It's usually around lunchtime, and I'm hungry, and will make me something to eat. But I always know that I'm going to be happy eating it because it will be both delicious and healthy. So today she did, and I'm going to use quotation marks, sabudana khichdi. But sabudana, as most of you know, is tapioca. But this is her take on a healthy version which uses only quinoa. So tell us about it.
Okay, so I wouldn't call it sabudana khichdi because purists are gonna freak out on this.
Okay.
This is actually quinoa khichdi. So you know that both of us subscribe to the philosophy that healthy food is no good if it doesn't taste good, and it does not have the same emotional connection as the regular version.
It's really good.
So what I did was the sabudana khichdi, as you said, is very favorite of all Marathis, which I believe we are the Marathi community, and there are Marathis outside Maharashtra. There are Marathis within Maharashtra, but everybody loves sabudana khichdi, and they have the similar recipes, a little bit different. So traditional sabudana khichdi has sabudana, that is tapioca, which is soaked. Then you add peanuts to it, and then you temper it with cumin and ghee. And some people add potatoes, some people don't add potatoes. Some people will also add a little bit of coconut to it, others don't. And usually it is garnished with cilantro. That's the traditional recipe. Now the problem with traditional sabudana khichdi is that it has very, very high glycemic index, and other than peanuts, has absolutely
all carbs
and no nutritional value. So what I did was I wanted to make things that are reminiscent of my childhood, but healthier. So what I did was took quinoa, because quinoa is complete protein and is rich in nutrients. So I took quinoa and 1 portion of quinoa with 2 portions of water. I also added salt, a little bit of sugar, peanut, ground peanut, and then I used this rice cooker, which I always use when I'm in this condo. Yeah, you can open it. There are other versions of it, and all are as good. So I added into this, and then I just let it cook. Once the quinoa was cooked according to the rice cake,
Roughly how long did it take?
10 minutes
Okay.
at the most.
Okay.
But I didn't have to look at it.
Yeah, of course.
So then I took some ghee, added serrano pepper chopped, and jeera, and then just mixed it with quinoa, and you're eating that.
Okay, let me just recap for anybody who's watching. So in a little rice cooker, and you can use it on the stove if you don't have a rice cooker. So it's 1 part quinoa, 2 parts water, a little salt, a little sugar, and some crushed peanuts.
A tablespoon of crushed peanut.
Okay, and then you cook it, like if it's in a rice cooker, it took about 10 minutes. Otherwise, you cook it on the stove and it's cooked. Then you tempered it with a tempering of ghee, with the cumin seeds, green chili, and poured it over.
Yeah.
Okay. No cilantro in this one.
I added a little bit. There is
Okay.
some cilantro.
Okay. And that was it.
Mm-hmm.
It is so delicious, so satisfying. Honestly, I can't say anything bad. I don't even feel you're compromising on anything because I know what the original one tastes like. So it's not as if I don't know. I do know because Gujaratis also make that. So, but this is, I would say, hands down, I'm making it. Okay, so this will go on my recipe merry-go-round. Okay, so now Nutan's going to show you a more traditional take on this. Still healthier, but for those who feel they want to see the tapioca, they want to see the sabudana, and you want to really not call it quinoa khichdi, but a healthy sabudana khichdi. So I'm going
Okay,
to show
so
people
you
the
can
difference.
look at this.
can
This
see-
is only sabudana, and taste this. And then I'll tell you how I reduced the glycemic index for this one.
Okay, this does taste more traditional. Personally, I actually like this more because I happen to like quinoa. This also happens to have potatoes, so you added even
Yeah.
more carbs to this. Yeah, I mean, to me, if somebody were to give me this and give me a choice, I would choose this based on taste, not just based on healthiness.
But then it's not sabudana khichdi. So the thing is, for people who want sabudana khichdi and yet want a glycemic index to be a little bit lower, by the way, you can skip potatoes. You don't have to add potato. My mother did not make it with potatoes. But what I did was 1 cup of soaked sabudana
Okay.
and 1 cup of cooked quinoa.
Mm.
So you use 50-50. And if you can see, and then keep the same recipe, you're not able to see quinoa here at all.
Yeah.
Because the quinoa gets mixed up like
It looks
peanut.
like peanut.
Yes.
Exactly. I have to look very closely to actually make it out. And you don't even actually even
Yeah,
taste it.
but if you were just gonna eat
Yeah.
sabudana khichdi, then if you eat this, you have reduced, and if you are particularly if you are a diabetic,
Yeah.
you have lowered your glycemic index
So
by 50%.
You didn't make the full one, but if you had compared to the full blown sabudana means only the tapioca, then you've got the half quinoa, half tapioca, and then you've got the quinoa, which honestly, yes. What you don't have is,
That's because people would say, you're crazy. You like all the healthy stuff. But traditionalists or purists are not going to call this
No, I know.
sabudana khichdi.
I'm just saying, but if you say, okay, if I want a mouth feel of this, okay, it's a different mouth feel, okay? But sabudana doesn't have much taste. It tastes like small little bits of pasta, okay? This one actually has a ton of taste. But you don't have that little globular feel, right? Now, if I was to make this and not even do half, if I was to make some, oh, by the way, how do you make the tapioca for this? Do you boil it?
No, you soak it.
And that's it.
That's it. And then you cook it.
Cook it with what?
The way some bagar, you just put it on.
No, don't say
stove.
that because I don't know how to do it.
Oh, you soak the sabudana khichdi, sabudana.
Yeah.
Then you mix peanut in it
Yeah.
and salt and pepper and a little bit of sugar, and then you take a big pot and you add ghee to it,
Okay.
and you do the tempering with jeera.
Oh,
and,
like doing an upma maybe.
Yes, it is made exactly like upma. Now, sabudana, because of its consistency, you really cannot make it in rice cooker.
Probably
It's gonna
becomes
be
sticky.
sticky.
But you don't add water. Like with upma, you're
No,
actually
no,
adding
no,
water.
no water. It's so pre-soaked, so no
So
water.
pre-soaked, but you're basically cooking, how long?
It takes 5-10 minutes.
Okay. And then you're adding like the cooked quinoa to this.
Yeah.
Okay. So suppose I wanted to say, okay, I happen to love the actual sabudana taste. I could actually put some.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to put so much. I could put
1/3.
1/3,
1/4,
1/4,
whatever you
anything,
want.
just to. So if you were to make it separately and have the quinoa khichdi, I'm just saying, suppose you have some people coming, and everybody says, for me, I would say, oh, I'm only going to eat this. But if somebody else was here and they say, oh, I really like that, you could actually have people
Mix it, yeah.
and match
Their own-
themselves,
yes,
and
yes.
have some few extra things,
Yeah.
and that way everybody's happy. Or for that matter, you could even make a small dish with potato. And some people could add potato, like almost like bel
Yeah.
puri or something,
Yeah.
right? Have all those little
Yeah,
things.
yeah, actually, that's
It's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea. I think
Okay,
I'm actually
so-
going to do that.
So you can have a khichdi party
And have a khichdi party, and everybody can make their own.
combo. Well, so what's the
Okay.
2 cents worth here? Is you can have healthy food and not have to compromise on memories or taste.
That only counts for one.
That's 1 cent.
That's 1 cent.
Okay,
You
what's
have
your
to-
1
you
cent?
have to have 1 more cent. And I think my 1 cent is, I mean, what Nutan said, you don't have to compromise. But I think it's fun. I think the other cent worth is, both Nutan and I talk about, it's a lot of fun actually coming up with your own. I think if you were to take your own recipes and think about how to make it, healthier, and then you feed it to people, especially picky people, and they like it, wow, that feels exciting. That really is fun. So I think everybody should just kind of do a bit of experimenting.
So
That's
okay.
our 2 cents.
And
we are going to
until next week.
we are going to continue our lunch. Bye.